This girl is equivalent to a fake natty piece of Turk lying about being natural when they're on steroids.
Why am I considered the bigger body?
Because you are. What a frigging sore loser. I hate this woman's attitude. Coach Greg, in today's video, Michaela Anesa is annoying and she's fat. Her words, not mine. Technically, she's sick and tired of being labeled a big girl. You know, 5'9", and as I saw in a weigh-in video, 177 pounds. She now, because she feels like it, wants to be known as skinny. She wants to be a model, but people don't want to hire anymore because she's gotten too thick. I'm not saying she's not attractive. She's clearly well above average, but she is in fact a big girl. But she doesn't like being called a big girl. Let me just show you. Okay, let's see what this bullshit freaking annoying.
Since when is someone who is 175 pounds of muscle, like, yeah, I have body fat, but of muscle, that is 5'9", is considered a bigger body?
Since the beginning of time. 5'9", 175 pounds is a big girl. Hussein Farhat, 5'11", 183. And so pound for pound, she's bigger than Hussein. Hussein, oh, he's a fake natty. If she's bigger than a guy that you don't believe is natural, how can she be considered small? I mean, this frigging chick doesn't wear any shorts anymore. She's always wearing leggings. And yeah, I saw that cellulite cropped up in those leggings. I'm not saying she's obese. She's just fat. She's a little bit overweight. You can transfer the word overweight, big bone, you can call it what you will, but she's not small. She's not small. No woman wants to weigh over 200 pounds, unless they're perhaps a strongman competitor, a power lifter, perhaps a sumo wrestler, whatever. But no normal, regular-ass woman wants to weigh over 200 pounds. A man under 200 pounds, this is fighting weight, victim weight, whatever. I'm 192 pounds, and so she's almost as heavy as I am.
Since when is someone who is 175 pounds of muscle?
If she had no muscle, all fat, no fat, 5'9", 175 pound female is big. Period.
Since when is that okay? Since when is that okay? I'm like tired of keeping silent about this. Why am I considered the bigger body?
Because you are. I mean, this is equivalent to Coach Greg saying, hey, since when is 5'6" short? I'm asking. They would respond and say, since forever, Greg, 5'6" has always been short. Oh, I'm tired of people considering 5'6" short. And so instead of being a short king, from now on, I want other people to view me as a tall king. Suck it up. Too bad. I mean, this woman, just because she's been attractive her entire life, she doesn't know what it's like to not be perfect. To not have every frigging man simping for her. Supplement companies, 600,000 plus followers, modeling. But now that she's gained the weight, she's probably in her 30s, she's cresting over her peak. Her SMV, it's on the decline. Luckily, some guy picked her up before no one could actually pick her up off the ground.
Brands need to be showcasing more regular looking humans. I don't get used for photo shoots, and I know why. It's because I'm tall and I look bigger on camera, because I'm tall and I am a normal looking human being, because I'm not shredded all the time, because that's not healthy.
Because you're tall and you're big. Now, when there's two things, when you're both tall and fat at the same time, you're going to look very big. If you were 4'8" and had the same body fat, the same amount of muscle, you'd be small. It's how it works. If you were 6'11" and had almost no body fat whatsoever, you would still be big. You'd be up there. And so you're sick and tired because fitness companies, gym clothing companies, and so on, they don't want to hire you to be their model. And so welcome to the world of being a man, where not everything is handed to you on a silver platter. Now, what really makes this interesting is your history. Yeah, way back down in 2017, when you were only eating 1,000 calories a day, when you were starving yourself because you had poor body image, which a lot of people have. But do you remember when you finally had balance? You know, in 2021, when you literally wrote that on your Instagram wall? Let us read it right now. We see her back in her old days when she was not eating enough. She was a little bit too slender, perhaps a little bit too petite. And so she writes, "Strong is beautiful." First photo was from 2017. The second photo is now, which is 2021. Notice the detail, the definition. The lower body fat levels. She definitely looks like a fitness model that many or perhaps any company would want to use to sell their clothing. Perhaps she weighed 140 pounds. I don't know. Probably 30, 40 pounds smaller than now. I was quite literally starving myself in the first photo. I was barely eating 1,000 calories a day, had horrible body dysmorphia, and I had relapsed back into my eating disorders when I was in college. Felt weak, tired, just plain awful. Hated what I saw in the mirror. She hates what she's seeing now. Every time I looked in the mirror, I find all the things to pick apart and I hate about myself. Key point, this is what I want you to see. I made the change to better myself. And so she bettered herself to find a balance, with a B, balance of a healthy lifestyle. And so in 2021, this represented a balanced and healthy lifestyle, of which she promoted. She probably made hundreds of thousands of dollars repping clothing companies and so on. And so she essentially made it. She was the it girl. Pushed myself at the gym and on building a healthy relationship with food. This is just the beginning. And so apparently, or well, unfortunately, it was just the beginning of the end. And so she was preaching all this balance, this healthy living, that she had everything she'd ever desired. But fast forward 4 additional years. She's now complaining that she's too big. That gym companies won't use her because she doesn't have the body that clothing companies want her to represent. And so now that she's gained all of this weight, she wants clothing companies to continue to use her. Hey, you know, when it was 2017, I wasn't eating enough. I ate more and I had balance. And then they used her for that. And now that she's continued to gain weight because, well, whatever, she eats too much, she doesn't do enough cardio, whatever the reason may be, she's mad at them for not using her. And so what seems to be happening is she's using an appeal to sympathy. Feel sorry for me. Woe is me. I didn't understand how to eat properly in university. I changed for this. I changed for that. Why you can't just use me to represent normal people? Normal, average females are not 5'9" and 175 pounds. I'm sorry, they are not.
Because I'm not shredded all the time, because that's not healthy. Despite what you see on social media.
Really? It's not healthy despite what you see on social media, which is exactly what you posted in your post 4 years ago. You said this is healthy, it's balance. That prior to that, you're only eating 1,000 calories a day, but since that time, you'd lifted weights and you now represented balance. That shredded back with amazing glutes and thighs. And so why was it okay for you to promote this only to change your mind 4 years later because you don't want to go through the diet? And so most likely she's not on the GLPs, including Retta and so on, probably not on testosterone, and she's probably natural right now. I mean, maybe she's lifetime natural. I would bet that she's not, but who knows? But she wants the companies to use her image right now and for us to feel sorry for her. Now remember, if you're looking for supplements, you can go to HLT Supplements, code Greg, 15% off. She most certainly could use my GLP Max, prevent the food cravings, lose some weight, or perhaps GO2 Max, help her with some cardio, or perhaps get on the Turk and add even more muscle to her frame.
If you see someone that is shredded 24/7, it's probably because they have an eating disorder, or it's probably because they overexercise. Because that's what I looked like when I did that also.
Oh, and so 4 years ago, she lied to everyone. She said she had balance, that she just went to the gym and she'd figured it out. But she's now admitting that 4 years ago, she had disordered eating and or she was doing extreme amounts of cardio to stay that lean. But she misrepresented it back then. It was fine when she was doing it. But now that she isn't doing it anymore, she's mad at clothing companies, supplement companies for not hiring her to do some modeling. Notice how she's asking for your sympathy when she's the one that used to lie to you herself.
And it's not sustainable. And you guys know that my whole approach to fitness is sustainable, healthy lifestyle.
I thought it was sustainable in 2021. You literally wrote it. It's still on your wall. I screenshotted it. You had balance. Balance means it's sustainable.
And I am tired of it. I'm tired of it, so I'm talking about it. Everyone come hate on me in my comments. I don't care.
You absolutely care. And when this video comes out, I know you're going to care. Oh, Coach Greg's a misogynist. He's hating on me. He says that I'm fat. No, I'm calling you a liar. And you're the one that said that you don't like being a big lady. You are 5'9", 177 pounds. I watched you weigh in. And if you don't like it, why don't you go back to what you were doing in 2021 when you said you had balance? And so why not start the video like this? Hey, I lied to you 4 years ago. I am a liar. I said that I had balance. I was starving myself. It wasn't healthy. And why did I do that? For money. That is the truth. This girl is equivalent to a fake natty piece of shit lying about being natural when they're on steroids. She lied in 2021 and she's literally asking for sympathy. It would be equivalent to 4 years from now Hussein being like, oh, I took steroids after all, of which he did not. He's 100% natural. And then asking everyone to get mad at the fitness industry for pressuring him to look that way. That is the equivalent.
That big, like, I'm not a big person. I'm just tall.
You are a big person and you are tall. Part of being big is being tall. Tall plus weight equals big. Short plus big equals maybe you're big, but probably not. If you're 4 feet tall and big, probably not that big unless you're very, very fat.
I am a healthy body fat.
If you're a healthy body fat, I could use my laser eyes to determine this, but you've covered your entire body with very loose clothing, probably because you've recently gained some weight. Is that the truth? Have you recently stopped taking Anavar, Osterine, and so on? Have you started to eat a little bit more? Perhaps you're not doing as much cardio, and you're deciding to cover everything up. Now look, you're not obese. You're not 33% body fat or more, but are you maybe just a little bit overweight? Maybe? Probably. And notice every time you pose, you arch so much, you turn, the clothing's covering it up. And those photos where you look good, where you're not overweight, you were lighter than you are now. And so don't be showing a photo of you at 150 pounds and say, hey, why is it that people think that 175 pounds is fat? If you're 177, show a photo of you at 177.
I feel very healthy and I feel confident. If I wasn't on social media, as soon as I log on to social media, confidence out the window.
Then get the fuck off social media. I mean, I feel very confident. I feel this and I feel that. No, you are projecting. You are trying to convince yourself in this video. Imagine I got pissed off. Everyone called me a manlet. Oh, well, I don't like social media because why is 5'6" short? I mean, if I had to do that, how pathetic of a man would I be? And so just because she's a woman, we're going to go easy on her? Y'all gonna simp for this woman because you want to get into her past? She's a married woman. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Everyone's posting all the time, skinny, be the smallest version of yourself. And I'm sick of it. I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah, well, guess what? It worked for you back in 21 when you were making all that money. Now, wasn't it? It worked for you then when you had that body. And now that you've lost it, oh, let's change the standards to 5'9", 175 pounds being the ideal.
Can we please go back to just being happy and healthy and stop worrying about all this shit?
Yeah, how about you do that? You do you. You shut off social media. You don't need to listen to Gymshark, Alpha Lead, every freaking brand out there saying, be shredded, be ripped, be small. Be whatever you want. But don't get on social media and freaking complain and whine about it.
I can't do this anymore. I don't even want to be a part of the fitness industry because if this is what it is, I'm
then goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. To give context, I filmed this right after I got home after the last photo shoot I had with Alpha Lead almost 2 months ago. So much over the last year behind the scenes I haven't ever shared, but I'm just sick of brands covering up and not showcasing healthy bodies and needed to say something. And so are you saying that your body in 2021 wasn't healthy? Because what you're saying is at 5'9", 175 pounds, you're healthy. So what, at 160, you weren't healthy? At 150, not healthy? And so for a woman to be healthy in 2025, does she in fact need to be overweight? Because that is what you are. You can't be healthy at any size. You can't be lean year round. I've been under 10% body fat for 5 freaking years. I'm 50 years old and I'm racing bikes. I consider myself healthier than 98, perhaps 99% of the population. And so when you say you can't be lean and healthy at the same time, you are coping. What a frigging sore loser. I hate this woman's attitude. And so we have her. This is how she really looks, you know. And so if she sucks it in and if they use enough filters, crops, angles and stuff, they find a way to look skinny. But notice she's in the leggings. The leggings, they're showing you that you can hide the fat. You know, the cellulite and so on, you can crop it, crimp it, steamroll it, and put it all in the right place. And if you bend like this and pull the shorts this way like that, you can make your ass actually look very good. You know, if you arch far enough, the folds of fat in the back can actually look very attractive. And so that is the secret. And so she thinks that brands now have to just use the athletes that the athletes want. Hey, I want to be represented because I'm a normal person. You know, I'm 5'9". How many clothing brands are going to get a 5'2" manlet to represent them? Hey, I'm 5'2", 130 pounds. I represent short, thinner guys. I want to be used for your modeling for Gymshark. No, sorry. Wah! Wah! It doesn't work like that. Yeah, you trying to tell me that this is a skinny girl? That's small to you guys? That ain't a big girl? Are you looking at this? And so she's what? Thin? This is a thin girl in North America, guys. 177 pounds. Long leggings. Does that look small to you? As in tiny, small, thin. I mean, what's next? Runway models are going to be 175 pounds and 5'9". Most of them are probably 115 pounds and 5'9". And so heavens forbid Alpha Elite wants a certain body type, perhaps 5'9" and 150. Is that too much to ask? Now, if you don't fit in those clothes, if you don't look the part, there's the door. You don't have to buy from them. You don't have to model for them, and you don't need to be on social media. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch any of those two bloops. If you want to get sponsored, perhaps she can get sponsored by HGLT supplements and promote my brand. She could take GLP Max and use my cookbook and lose a couple pounds and be happier than ever before. Click the link in the description and apply. And if you want to carry your supplements, stores, gyms, and so on, click the link. And until next time, out.